Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. Yes, I'm starting videos now saying hey everyone because I don't do what's good anymore. It's in the past, deal with it and move on with your life. Ooh, bit of an aggressive start. In any case, where did we leave off in the last episode of Road to Platinum 3? Will I get there? Possibly not. Is it worth me watching any further? Yes. Continuing series? Possibly not. But the fact is I'm going to give it a jolly good try as well as our other alliance mates. So the fact is lots of weird shit be happening. And what do I mean by weird shit? Well, the ranking system. Kabam seems to be either banning people, adjusting points left, right and centre because we keep on jumping up and down. Even at the point where we were solid at about 55, then we went down to 85 in Gold 1 and then went back up to, as of recording this video right now live, rank 44 in Gold 1. I know, bloody weird. But the fact is, hey, I'll go up. Yeah, okay, we were at rank 1 for a while and then went to rank 2, so that loss that we recently had did hamper our chances a little bit, but things are turning. They're on the up slightly. But that does somewhat come at the loss and kind of negativity side of things with the alliance we're facing off against Jack Daniels. Big up the Tennessee Whiskey Massive. In that they've obviously been let down by people, and that's sad. Like whether or not that's due to people's mistakes and being banned, or it's the same token that, well, they may not have been able to fill those kind of positions. And that's the point that I actually do feel sorry for these guys, because they have strong defenders. They seem to be a well-placed and put together alliance, and full respect to them. But I can't really take any kind of positivity if we win. And the fact is they're, you know, missing some people and missing key defenders. And in fact, in my path, I've only had to battle 2 champions. And the fact is, even on this kind of quick section here, I didn't have to face a single person. 2 of my alliance mates got in and then cleared the only 2 lanes, which I think only had about 1 or 2 champions on them. So missing out all those champions, 15 champions that could be placed in defense, is really sad. Like I said, I really feel for these guys. Jack Daniels Alliance, shout out to them. Really sad. So if anybody is looking to get in and help these guys out, you're thinking about getting into an Alliance War season. Yeah, you may not get season rewards, but please consider like giving these guys a shout and help them fill those positions. That being said, it's January the 25th at the point recording this part of the video. Let's jump on further to maybe Saturday or Sunday when the results come in, and where we are next for our next progression and how far we may have gone up the table. Sweet transition, and we're into part 2. Now, what has happened in part 2? Not a lot, really, not a lot. Apart from the fact that we briefly, for a moment, we won the last one. Or where are we? I don't know. I think you were at the point where we said we won against Jack Daniels. Yay, happy times. But the fact is, where are we now? We briefly, for a moment, got into Platinum 3 again. But then, due to an ill-fated wind, it wasn't like a messy fart. But the fact is, we then got down one place to rank 1 in Gold 1. Again, that's the thing that happened. Now we are mid-war at the moment, so I won't be sending out this video at this exact point because there's information that then gets provided over to certain opponents in the opposing alliance. And the fact is, they're good people. At the end of the day, it's been a while since I've come across an alliance that were either very competitive, they were rude, inconsiderate, and that kind of thing. And let's face it, like, it's the internet, it's an internet-based game, it's multiplayer games. People aren't exactly the most friendly of people. That is an issue. But the fact is, these guys, you know, pretty nice people. So I respect that. You know, they notice me, which sometimes I don't always like being noticed. But it's, you know, it's cool when people do. I'm just a guy that records videos on YouTubes. I'm just a regular person like you, except for I stand in front of a camera and talk, which is a bit like Smeagol and Gollum from Lord of the Rings. I love the interaction with people and individuals, so it's quite cool to have this. And shout out to Blondie's Bar Brawlers. I had to look at the name first, recite it several times, because either way it would come out as blah 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 blah. So Blondie Bar Brawlers. It's a great name, by the way. Good band is Blondie. Now at the point of recording this video, we're clearing stuff out pretty well. There may be some difficult champions afoot that are going to cause us a little bit of aggro. And as you can see, it's a tight war so far. So we've done 1, 2, 8 attacker kills, and we're 14 deaths, which isn't too bad. And the fact is, there's still some more that have got to be picked up on. And, you know, they're doing really well. That, you know, they're 3 deaths in front of us. So will that balance out and scale out? You just don't know how things are going to be. Someone can make a mistake, drop a connection, they think they've swiped, and then kabam, and whatever it is with the device hasn't registered it. Anything can happen. We've got a boss that's a Korg. They're finding difficulty with an Iron Man Infinity War. You just don't know. I will probably come back to this to round off how we do in this particular episode. But at this point, recording this video, what is the time in the UK? It is coming up to 2:30, and I've got lots of stuff to do. Dungeons runs to do. I plan to put another 3 mil into my arena grind. Yeah, the list is endless of what I've got to achieve, and as well as some stuff with like business things and other stuff like planning my YouTube videos for the next week. Yeah, so it's difficult to find a little time to record this segment of video, then clarify what's going on, then return back in 6 hours to kind of record the rest of it. So time is pressing and time's going on. So fingers crossed. We're at the moment, I'm hanging back because I'm a bit worried that I might have to kind of jump across to help out. You just don't know what's going to happen, as I said. I don't like the fact that we're going up against a Korg right at the end, but I'm sure that somebody's got the best champions and the best strategy to take this guy out. And it'll be beyond my skillty because there's better players in this alliance than me. So yeah, hopefully we come back and it looks like we're going to win, but we'll do that in several hours. Still got 5 hours, 5.5 hours left. So we'll come back and have a look. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is a few hours later. It is in fact coming up to about 8:15. I've done a good amount of what I wanted to achieve today, but I just wanted to come back to this and maybe give a live reaction to the point of whether or not we won, whether or not we lost. Just to kind of fill you in, there was a lot of really intense battling and the scores are they're pretty much even. We've got an idea maybe from our opponents that we could have won or might have won, but always take those things with a pinch of salt. I'm always about waiting until the results come in rather than people like potentially throwing you off the game and thinking that you might be winning or losing, whatever. The fact is, as you can see, our defensive, yeah, okay, we're kind of technically losing by 1, 27 to their 26. Not good, but the fact is we're just waiting for the scores to come in. Some very impressive play from our players, very impressive play from our opponents as well. It's really hard fought out battle. Obviously having a defeat isn't great, but we had a lot of win streaks going up to that point. A defeat doesn't really hamper our chances because if we do end up winning the next one, then it does affect. If we kept on losing, if we lost the one that obviously fairly recently we won, that would quite affect us. If we didn't clear those battle groups, that would affect us as well. But we are still very much waiting, like we're seconds away from finding out the results and where this might put us into. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, boom. And it is indeed a victory. This was indeed a very tight thing. I want to give props to Blondie Bar Brawlers because it was incredibly tight, and it's one of these things where it's either going to go the route of being defensive kills or it's going to go the route of being diversity. And unfortunately and fortunately, it was all about defender diversity, which in some ways you could say this is a bit unfair because at the end of the day they played technically better, you know, but it was incredibly tight. But yeah, as you can see now, but like I said, complete props there to Blondie's Bar Brawlers on their effort, and the fact is, you know, we've scrubbed it into Platinum 3 with what have we got, 9 days, 8 hours. I don't think we'll be able to matchmake at the moment because there's like Alliance Wars matchmaking is going to be going down at some point, and you know, is that going to mean that we'll have about technically 3 more wars left of this season? Possibly. Like I said, I don't know whether or not we're actually going to get into Platinum 3. It is a hope of ours that we can actually do it. The more success rate that we get with stuff like that, and you know, defender diversity being the better thing, then hey, that's indeed great. But the fact is, yeah, props to Blondie Bar Brawlers, tongue twister, 3 Bs. And we continue on. Fingers crossed, as I said, that we can actually get into Platinum 3. In any case, follow for the exciting adventure of whether or not we're going to get in there. Road to Platinum 3. Is it going to be a thing? Hopefully. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you very much for supporting the series. I know some people are coming onto the series like, oh, this is quite interesting. So thanks. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest Champions based content, and I shall hopefully catch you in the next one, where I won't be wearing quite so many layers because it's freezing and I'm freezing my tits off here. Ciao.